let's just take another couple minutes and go through a couple more practice things that will really come off that chart that shows the various chord types and what to think about it. So if you will recall from that chart, there's two sixth chords that you play for a major. One is on the fifth and one is on the tonic. So in the key of C, we're talking about G6 would be the sixth on the tonic, on the fifth, and C6 on the tonic, right? So one really cool way you can practice this is the sixth on the fifth of the key into the sixth on the tonic. And what I mean by that is starting with a voicing for G6, what you probably all noticed if you looked at this already. I'll just mention that for the two sixes, you're going to have two notes in common and two notes that are not common. So G6 in this voicing, the two common notes to C6 are the 3 and the 5th. Okay, these two. Okay, and then we have two notes that are different. So here we have two notes of C6, diminished notes that want to resolve to C6. Okay, or you just go like that. So this is a cool one just to get under your fingers in different keys. That's practicing the two sixes, one on the fifth to the one on the tonic. And you'll notice another cool hand position for this is, if it's different on guitar, and I'm not a guitar player. I can tell you what notes to play, but not exactly where to put your fingers. But on the keyboard, you'll see that if you just put your little finger down very comfortably underneath that drop note, you get the tonic of C major. Right? So you get that movement. Right? So you get that sort of thing. You can also do it chromatically, like that. So that's the second way to do it. And what I suggest is, from here, do all the inversions. So now we go back to G6, to C6. Remember, there's two notes that are going to be in common and two notes that are different. The different notes move. So E and G are constant, B and D always move. And in the next inversion, same thing. E and G, wherever they appear, are constant. The B and the D move to form the C6. So okay, that would be the four inversions for playing these two sixes into each other. You can also play it that way, where the moving notes move chromatically. Okay? You can make up intros like that, for instance. What I did there is I changed slightly at the end. I did the first two of G6 to C6. Now, anybody know what we're supposed to think about for D minor 7? D minor, remember, a minor 7 is an inversion of a major 6. So that gives us F6. And on the fifth of that, as Genji said, is C6. So we could play C6 to F6 over the D minor 7. Another way to explain that would be that this is F6 with two diminished notes. The E and the G are diminished notes of F. And they resolve to form the whole F6 chord. And I like that way better, in a sense, of explaining it or thinking about it, because if I know that those notes are diminished notes, I could hit some other diminished notes along the way, like that. So that gives us this little intro that I played. G6, C6 again. And now, this is C6, but it's also F with those diminished notes going to F6, which is my D minor 7. And then I can resolve to a voicing for G7. Okay, so that would be one way to kind of put that together. But this is very handy stuff, right? You'll play this kind of thing a lot.